Hi everybody, Flint Long here. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I did. I got all these cards and letters from all over the world. It's fantastic. I got them from near and far. Here's one from kind of near. It's my next door neighbor. Dear Flint, last night at 3 a.m. you backed your pickup truck into our peach tree and knocked over our mailbox. My husband says he's gonna... Sorry about that. That's not the best one. Let's talk about Boogie Woogie. When we have a boogie beat like, or a boogie pattern like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, with all these boogie patterns, we count them in terms of 8. There's 4 principal beats to a measure. 4 quarter notes, if you will, to a measure. But each one has a secondary little beat after it. It would be like if you had a party and you invited 4 friends over and each of them brought their spouse. You'd have the 4 friends, but then there'd be 8 people in the room. And so when we count Boogie Woogie, and I'm not going to go into the theory of it, I understand it, but I'm not going to go into the theory of it beyond that. I just want you to know that we count Boogie Woogie like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. There's a little and that comes after each beat, each of the principal beats. So when we played only the principal beats, it doesn't sound like Boogie Woogie. I'm going to play this C chord. Here's middle C. I'm going to play this C chord on beats 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It sounds terrible. It's not Boogie Woogie. It doesn't sound very good. Let's see. I'm going to eliminate beats 3 and 4. I'm just going to play this on the first and the second beat on 1 and 2. Ready? Here we go. Still terrible. Doesn't sound like Boogie Woogie. Doesn't sound charming at all. Now I'm going to convert this second one to the and of 2. I'm going to play 1 on the principal first beat, yes. But when 2 rolls around, the second beat of the measure, I'm going to play on the and. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and... Instead of that, I'm going to go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and... See how it's starting to sound like Boogie Woogie? Why? Because I'm playing on the and. Not all the time, but on that second beat, I'm not playing on the second beat. I'm playing on the and of the second beat. The way we would describe it is the and of 2. I'm playing on 1 and the and of 2. 1 and 2 and. It gets real good if I start to scrape off this E flat onto this E natural. Now it's starting to sound like Boogie Woogie. Now that's the first example I want to give you. The second example, I took some notes for myself. The second example that I want to show you, now we're going to play on the and of 1 and on the third beat directly. Not the and of 3, but the third beat. So I'm going to come down twice in the measure on this C chord, but on the and of 1 and on the 3. Let's see how that sounds. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 4. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now it's starting to sound syncopated. And syncopated simply means putting the emphasis on the normally unaccented beats. So we have 4 main beats of the measure. We've got 8 beats total in there. Well, not, I mean, we could subdivide it eternally, but that's, we've got some secondary beats in there. And so we're putting the accent on those secondary beats, those ands, and it sounds pretty good. Now watch what happens when I take the first example and the second example, those 2 measures. I'm going to put them together now and play them back to back. and I'm going to play them over and over again in a repetitive fashion, linking those two measures together. Let's see. Now the first one, I played the first beat, and then I played the and of 2. The second measure, I played the and of 1 and the 3, omitting the other beats. Okay, so now let's see what we've got. We've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Do you see how it's starting to feel pretty good? It's starting to feel that way, that boogie woogie way. And let's see what happens if I speed it up, if I can do it. When I think about it too much, it makes it hard for me. But hold on, let's see what happens. Okay. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Okay, so I think I'm going to call it right there. That's enough. I want you to understand that the syncopation is what is so charming about the boogie woogie. And we achieve that syncopation by playing on the ands and not on the principal beats. And you can experiment with that yourself. Let's just for fun say that you're practicing and you want to try out something old Flint said. So you're going to play on the and of 4. You're not going to do anything else but play on the and of 4. Let's see what would happen in that case. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That was cool because the and came before this. This push, I pushed it. When I went to the F, I used that because those are the notes. Okay, so let's see. So we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. See how that got there first before this. And so I hope this will help you work your hands together. I love you guys, and I think about you all the time, and I think about how can I help you get your hands coordinated. This is the biggest challenge that any of us have, and as I pointed out in another video, we all have it. It's not easy, but I think if we think in terms of those ands, it might help a little bit. I hope the new year is coming up real good for y'all. Take care. Bye.